Welcome back. Today we are going to learn about Google fonts, which are easy and fun. Okay, so first of all, we have to cover a topic called font stacks. All right, so everybody, no matter how old their computer is, has at least one sans serif and one serif font, and it's usually Arial or Times. So we set a font family for any typography using what's known as a font stack, which is basically a type of fallback system. So as you can see on the slide here, right now I've specified for the P tag in CSS that the font family should be, here's what I would prefer, Times New Roman. But if they don't have Times New Roman, I'll take Times. If they don't have Times, I'll take whatever serif font that they have on their computer. Okay, that is called a font stack. A preferred font, fallback font number 1, and fallback font number 2, which is always either serif or sans serif. So sans serif spelled like this, S-A-N-serif. Okay? Now, okay, so if you don't want to be tied to just Times New Roman and Arial or whatever sans serif or serif font the user happens to have on their computer, you are going to rely very heavily on Google Fonts. All right, so let's take a look at Google Fonts because they're awesome. So here's the web, and they're constantly being added to. So you can see here that this is Roboto, which is actually a very popular typeface. I actually specified this one, but one of the things I love is the ability to just show display typefaces, for example. Lobster is really trendy. It's actually kind of lost. It's actually kind of done. Fat face, which is a modern typeface. You can show just handwriting, just serif, just sans serif, etc. And the nice thing too is that you can sort by trending or popular and also date added and alphabetical. So let's look at the most popular sans serif typefaces. Roboto, number 1 most popular sans serif typeface. Open Sans, Lotto, Roboto Condensed, and Oswald, which is a typeface that I happen to like a lot. Okay, and then if you are doing another language, which we're not, you can select by that too. Okay, so number of styles, that's actually a wonderful thing because sometimes we want to have more than one style. Okay, so now we're looking for the most popular sans serif typefaces in all languages that have large numbers of styles. So take a look at Roboto. They have thin, light, light 300, regular, regular 400, medium, and medium 500. That's a lot of options for you. So I'm going to go ahead and clear those filters. Now I actually didn't choose Roboto, I chose a different typeface, and you can see that, but if I choose one, all I have to do is hit the plus, ta-da, and I have 2 families selected. Okay, so here is, it actually writes the code for me. I'm going to get rid of Roboto so I can just show you this very, very quickly. Okay. So it gives you an estimated load time too, which is very cool. So here's what I put into my head tag. Here's what I put into my body or my paragraph CSS, or let's say I just wanted to apply to a headline. This is my CSS to apply to either the entire website or just one face, like maybe you want a face for headlines and you want a face for text. All right, so I'm going to go and flip over to brackets here, and we're going to see that I have in the head tag, remember the head tag is everything that's invisible, links to CSS, and this is the very same example that I used last time, but we've just added a different typeface to it. So we have our link to the style sheet here, and I have a link here to fonts.googleapis.com, which I just copied straight off the Google site. So easy. Copy, Command-C, let's go to brackets, and then just going to get rid of it, and then I'm going to paste it. Easy stuff. Okay, so I'm going to save that, and if I go to measurement.css, notice that I've made this the body type style. So everything is going to be in that style. So let's see how that works. Whoops, it would help if I saved, and it would also help if I previewed an HTML file. That would be extremely helpful. All right, so we're going to save, and now we're going to preview and see it. There, here's my typeface. So this applies to everything because I have specified it in the body element. Now, let's go back and let's look at our CSS and let's mix this up a little bit. Let's say we want this only on the H3 element. So that's 2 M's. There you go. Now we have Times New Roman, and then we have Mazzarchi, our other typeface, just in the H3 rule. Okay, so furthermore, let's go back. I'm going to save this. Let's go back to measurement.html, and I'm going to get a new Google font, and I'm going to have that be for the paragraph style. Okay, so this paragraph of text is in a different typeface, a Google font, than the headline elements. Okay, all right, let's go back to Google Fonts and let's pick a different typeface. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and clear everything, and I'm going to pick Roboto because it actually is the most popular typeface. So I'm going to click on the family that I selected, and I'm going to link to that as well. Command C, flip back to brackets, and now I'm linking to 2 Google typefaces. I could actually do this more effectively by combining the 2 of them, but I am not. I'm just going to add 2 links. You could actually do that a little bit more efficiently, and I'll show you how to do that later. So now we've linked to that Google font, and now under the CSS, I'm going to write a rule for the p tag. Okay, all right, Google just wrote the code for us. Let's just copy and paste that. So we want everything that's in the paragraph tag to be in Roboto. Flipping back to brackets. Cool. Save. Save the HTML, and let's preview and see what we have. Come on, baby. All right, here we go. All right, so now we have our kind of blocky sans serif. We have our 2 tags specified at just the default, which in my case is Times. Now we have a headline typeface specified in 1 Google font. And then we added our little paragraph text, and we specified a different Google font for that. Now, how easy is that? That is really, really easy. Okay, now the only thing that I have going on here that's wrong is that I really should have only 1 link. So I am going to clear all, and I am going to specify Roboto, and I'm going to specify Markazi text. Now, let's see what code Google gives me. Check this out. It gives me Mazzarchi text, and then it gives me a straight bracket and Roboto. And I'm going to put that in my style sheet, and I should get the same result. There, so we're specifying to 2 Google fonts. Save it. Preview it, should look exactly the same. Lo and behold, it does. So if you want to specify, now why didn't I do anything to the CSS? Well, because I had already specified that the H3 would be in Markazi text and the paragraph would be in Roboto. So I didn't have to change anything there. If, let's say, I want all of my headline type to be in Markazi text. Let's just specify that real quick. Save, and there it is. Okay, so Google Fonts, fast, easy, fun. All right, I hope you learned a lot from that, and I'll see you next time.